Madera on the beat.
I see mommy in Kechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave when my uche day, Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Peking don't fall, now watch up, I'm raw. Me self, they shake my hand, no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just swim home. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know.
Chini the voice from under the soil. Brother, don't let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she knows I be this woe. I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try, yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
I see mommy in Kechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave when my uche day, Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Peking don't fall, now watch up, I'm raw. Me self, they shake my hand, no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just swim home. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know.
Chini the voice from under the soil. Brother, don't let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she knows I be this woe. I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try, yo. Back up in the day.
I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try, yo.
Back up joints with the trembling. Oh, hey.
Na mose vive na kiti enoi. Na tulaje bwana mwabuli vemelem. Kuja. Atibe kuena tulane bovo. Timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule. Dandi moda tulilo. Na ya kalakala kwa lerino mwangulu. Ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka nchuba diali. Kama abulezi okwenu. Na bakala kelwe gonezi enwe. Nubo chakala Makana baba neno waralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanukwani mwana nuno mono nezi biakenwe Ono nenu lila tono nanda gulugu senyi tono nugu banatayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu panyo Makana nyuko no 1 million we mofu wa mabule si okwe Naka ni wata milake kwa waja siyenyi kakesu ezo pabule bewa rota manu Umo Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu panyo Makalo fobi abakama Nana nugo no way Biafra na mekele umunina Nkabo nkani Mwadati na ijele wanyi bekeneli Bulu kwekele na fando to Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibonye iwere Wesi ya kene kene nugyo Adube kwa chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem Adawune ya kala ya dike Mafondi mojiri diebu mebi jade biche vele mongwem Amusiku odogweji mali ibo nini Odogweji malo Biafra miyo Adume kwa chukwu Opagisi kene logi Philipu Efyong Amusikwa mwake kuloku wekusi okusi na Biafra yekunye Na yabu Biafra ya tulugo wenete Na yabu Biafra ekuigo Loko guli mwata na kanane ele Opagisi kene logo nyendu manzi nande kanu Amadike Biafra kedebe Amadike Biafra bialu
She has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of accused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It's my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to the NJC for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them this is what is that. This is what happens. Nobody wants to do to come. That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So
Biafra government in they know the exile cabinet in the Natukunanda na ya maunube Baka no ya sulobe ya toka maluge nuei Disionike Kada lo di Biafra revelation ami umu chukwu so Biafra na no way. I know where can no nama. Na no GC canon. That's go ya about home. Oh, to I say, can the Prime Minister H.E. Masi Simon Webber. I was in Quaba to be the best. I tried to do more Biafra, Biano. I don't got your temper. I can show you, you will not see. Yes. Ogada gidi dike bia no no. Ko je kwala ni yo. Ko ni tu ko je le Biafra na no no. No da be kenege. Asimo no ya de Biafra ni na mo. Asino ya de lo no ni na mo. Mandanye na bono mweno utelanyi wedien. Mandanye na bono nudono no mwe. Makana mbona boke kwena bonike. Moya na no moya no. No bivo ya dobeli nedene no wama believe amalama. A good legacy will last forever, wama believe amalama. And in remembrance of my bless you.
This is not wicked word. This is not Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I will tell you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The driver they go. Opposite Udi, but the right hand side, along the Sukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. The driver waiting they happen. The driver tell the pali boy, see no day for talk. See no day for talk. If better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. The driver waiting. The driver waiting.
Because Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. Oh, hail our heroes, our precious
language of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwokike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile, Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpọ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile, onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri ha na-akpọ isi ala nye gị, ọbụladị ndị okenye oru abụọ na anọ bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ala ha niile si na-ede nsọ Chineke nna nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a, ehihie, abalị, n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke ebere dị ngọzi ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube onye ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị, amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube dị ngọzi ka igwe tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị iro, ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị, onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ, ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ, ije obodo ekwensị bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị, onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke ebere na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe, mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne ịdị n'otu ọganiru, ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna, ka i wee tinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezuga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Ka ọ ga-abụ n'ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa, anyị ga-aja gị ma wee too gị wee gọzie aha nsọ gị, isi ala nye gị, bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of radio Biafra and Biafra television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwokike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it. Biafra must be defended at all cost. At all cost. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past, to recognize this very fact. But now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody. I understand that the Sadikin Fulani of Lagos went to see the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria in Lagos a few days ago. And according to the message, or should I say information coming out of the U.S. mission, they said is to foster cohabitation and unity, that diversity is strength. And I want to lay that particular nonsensical narrative to bed tonight before I continue any further. Anybody telling you about strength in diversity, that person is a liar and a deceiver. And the U.S. ambassador is a liar and a deceiver. One thing they don't teach we Africans is this. No country exists on a foundation of multiculturalism. There is nowhere in the world. Listen to me very carefully. All this nonsense, even the crap that Coca was coming up with, telling you about diversity is our strength and all that rubbish. Allow me to repeat, there is no country on this earth that survives on a foundation or a bedrock of multiculturalism. It doesn't exist. That is why multiculturalism in Africa is dead on arrival. It can never work. Because we are tribal beasts by nature. We are tribal by nature. That is why we travel from wherever we are during New Year's, during Christmas, during Easter, during New Year festival to go back home where we come from. Because that is where we identify with. Now, let me ask the U.S. ambassador a very simple question. Is United States of America a multicultural society? U.S. that was created and built by Western Europeans. U.S. was created, should I say, created by God, of course. Built by Western Europeans. Mostly English people that was fed up with the way of life of the English monarchy. They went to America on Mary Rose. I want to ask the U.S. ambassador, I want to teach Africans what they don't know this evening. There is no country that functions on this multi-ethnic rubbish. Nowhere in the world. Not even the USA, that was created by people who are not indigenous to America. The owners of the soil of America are Native American Indians. That is a fact of life. God gave America to Western Europe to develop and gave them a special grace to be the beacon and the light and the conscience of the world. Because God knew that if he had left all these wonderful people in Europe, they would become contaminated. He removed them from Europe, sent them to America, built a wonderful nation as a shining light and a beacon for the whole world to look up to. Even that America that was built from scratch by people who are not indigenous to the land is not multicultural. Why am I saying this? America was founded on the principles of Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, democratic value systems. I repeat, America is not multicultural. They accommodate other races and other nations. Yes, they can accommodate you. But where you're coming into, the bedrock, the foundation of America is based on Judeo-Christian principles, Greco-Roman political ideology, which is republicanism. America is not multicultural. America is Western Europe. The value systems of Western Europe, Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, Republican governance. Had America been a multicultural society, they would have space for Sharia. I'm now addressing the U.S. ambassador to try to tell them to stop deceiving people. We are educated, we went to school for a reason. We are enlightened and we have our brain intact. There is no country on this earth that runs on this wishy-washy multiculturalism. It doesn't happen. What you have are established order and value systems upon which various cultures can now coexist. If you go to America, you coexist under the provisions of the United States Constitution. And the U.S. Constitution is a Christian constitution, not Islam. America is not multicultural, but under that bedrock of liberty and egalitarianism, you allow other cultures to come in. But first of all, they must swear allegiance to or take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the USA. That is something that the US ambassador never told the Janjaweed that went to visit her. The same way that Nigeria cannot function as a viable entity. Wole Soyinka knows what I'm talking about. I'm even sure somebody who claims he's learned, as Bishop Coker is, understands what I'm talking about. No country on this earth. The value system of the state of Israel is based on Judaic principles. The value system of Russia is entirely theirs, it's based on theirs. It's the Russian way of doing things from times of the Tsar. If you go to Saudi Arabia, it is essentially a Sharia Islamic state. You can live there, no problem. You can build your churches if you want. I think they've not started to allow churches to be built. But it is never a multicultural society. Japan is not a multicultural society. China is not. They can accommodate you, but that doesn't mean they are This is the type of nonsense they feed Africans. And we fall for that very gimmick of multiculturalism. At the end of the day, you end up with a useless contraption like Nigeria. You don't have any value system that anybody anywhere can define. If I talk about the USA, I can talk about hamburger in the USA. We can talk about, what else do they have in the USA? Hamburger, you can talk about, what's it called? What are the traditional dishes? Apple pie and all the rest of it. You can say that these are American dishes. If you go to the UK, you can talk about maybe mashed potato and bangers and mash, which is sausage and mashed potato, as their national meal. That's understandable. But I ask you, if you come to Nigeria, what is the national dish of Nigeria? Does a Fulani Janjaweed eat ofe egusi, where we come from? Does an Igbo man eat a wedu soup? The answer is no. So on what basis is all this so-called multicultural foundation going to be laid upon? On what? We are not one people. We may be black, we may be Africans, but we're not one people. Not even one religion. If Britain cannot stay in an EU that is entirely Christian, EU is entirely Christian. Britain left. Nigeria, you don't know if Nigeria is Christian or in fact is Islamic. So for me to accept the multiculturalism being preached by the US ambassador, I have to embrace Islam as my religion. That's what it means. And some of you get taken in by all this rubbish. And I feel sorry for you. Yeah, sometimes when I say they say I'm being very arrogant. If you are educated, you will understand that no nation is multicultural. They allow other cultures to come in. It doesn't mean they're multicultural. They have a viable space where multicultural ideas or identities can thrive. But the foundation has to be monolithic. It has to be one dominant value system and ideology. That's how it is all over the world. Don't let anybody fool you otherwise. That is the same reason why you have this anomaly. In a so-called republic, you have royal fathers in a republic. Because you are trying to shuffle multiculturalism. You are trying to marry the feudal system of the North, the monarchical system of the West, and the Republican system in the East, to marry them into one. And what you have is entirely rubbish, and that is why Nigeria can never work. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Competing value systems. Nobody wants their own value system to be subsumed under another person's value system. This is something that the US ambassador never told you. But here I am telling you today. Because if you come here, you become educated. If you come here, you become enlightened. If you come here, you stop being a zoo animal, you become a human being.
While you are wondering, Singapore gained independence just few years ago. Nigeria have gained its independence and almost there is nothing to show for Nigeria. Every country has excelled from their independence. Only Nigeria is going backward. After independence, some stupid, idiotic and foolish Nigerians are shouting they want to go back to the constitution of Nigeria before independence. While other people have excelled, they have lived above what led to their independence only in a failed state like Nigeria. The people will want to go back to 1959 constitution. And they didn't know what led to the collapse of the security architecture in Nigeria. because the money that Singapore was using to invest in technology, research, and school, Nigeria was busy investing in religion. Nigeria was busy investing in an Islamic organization up to the tune of $21 billion. It is fact. I want to tell you, Biafrans, today that the time has come that we will not just be telling you about the liberation of Biafra from Nigeria, but we will be telling you about the morality of life. Lack of self-esteem also comes from the inside. We are the ones that learn to tell ourselves that we need to be perfect in order not to be accepted by peers, but also to accept ourselves. People with a very low esteem tend to be very tough on themselves, with no regard to their achievement and qualities. Nigeria have succeeded in making you, the Biafra, especially the Igbo-speaking part of Biafra, to be a very low esteem people. Those of you that shout, "One Nigeria." I tell you today, this is what Nigeria has offered you as a Biafran or a non-Fulani with the Nigeria contest. But in Biafra, we will build your self-esteem through a well-grounded governmental policies that put nation on top of the world. Of course, bad experiences that lie in the past are a constant reminder of the image we have ourselves. They tell you you have fought Biafra war. They tell you you fought Biafra war. You want to fight Biafra again. And they deceive you. They tell you you are corrupt. You are corrupt. You can't govern yourself. Igbo people, you are corrupt. Igbos are corrupt. Igbos are scammers. Igbos are this. You can't govern yourself. You want everybody want to be chairman. Everybody want to be leader. They install these things, fallacies into you. It germinated today to the extent that some of you now choose Abuja to be your home, thinking that Abuja is going to be a safe haven for you. Didn't you? By now you think you are going to build mansion on top of the sky in Abuja. Today, Abuja has fallen. Abuja has fallen. Will your self-esteem help you? Will this thing that the Fulani injected in you help you? You know, when we were growing up, this particular something that the Fulani injected on average Igbo man or Biafran, they tell you Hausa people are the one that always speaking the truth. They tell you you can trust Hausa person more than an Igbo person. They tell you if you want to bring a security, bring Hausa man. You will keep your phone, the Hausa man will be there and your phone will not disappear. All these junks, all this evil, all this plan, all this thing, that mechanism they put to make sure they install this hatred amongst your brothers has been germinating, and today that is what is putting you in Abuja. When we talk about Biafra, you say you better stay in Nigeria. I want to know how you are going to withstand the sound of this bullet when they enter your street in Abuja. But let me tell you, with all the lies told about the Igbos and Biafra, today we are united in the struggle to liberate Biafra. Even with the bad eggs amongst them, we have been able to make a very big stride in making sure that the security of our people in Biafra land is guaranteed to some extent because of the way the leaders in this eastern region of Nigeria has sabotaged the Biafra and our security in those regions. Otherwise, I tell you today, we have been able to achieve a very big stride in the midst and in the middle of this confusion that has never been achieved in Biafra struggle since after the Biafra war. Of course, the bad experience have contributed to the difficulties and the obstacles we face today in Biafra struggle. Experience from Biafra war. But what you do not understand is that the world is always evolving. This image from the Biafra war have continued and constant a reminder, reminding you of the image of what people passed through during the war. Today, the war is on before your doorstep. So, this bad experience that lie in the past are a constant reminder of the image we have of ourselves. But it is not only that. The transactional analysis or personality theory that integrate psychoanalysis with other humanistic approach suggests that early in life, we decide out of awareness on a well-defined course of action called the script. And the reason we are here today to address Biafrans is that this script, we are changing it. That we then carry on throughout our life, even though it becomes dysfunctional when adult. Have you ever found yourself thinking, why is this thing happening over and over again? Why is this killing happening over and over again and nothing is being done about it? Have you ever thought about it? That's when most likely you are living your script over and over again. And we have come to change the script today. I am telling you that the script have been changed. That script that you will find yourself in Nigeria and you will continue to complain over one thing. You complain Fulani are killing. You complain they have kidnapping along Kaduna, you complain. They have attacked Abuja community, you complain. They have a helicopter, you complain. And at the end of the day, there is nothing to show for it. When our people are there, doing everything to support Eastern Security Network, to create awareness and raise funds, you kick against it. At the end of the day, the same thing repeats itself over and over again. I am telling you today, the 29th day of July, we are changing the script. We are changing the script. That script of one Nigeria, that script of going to election every 4 years, that script of bring P2B, that script of an Igbo man can change Nigeria, that script of one Nigeria, we are changing it. And go and mark it. Biafra people are speaking to you today. We will change it, and the world will know that we have really come out to change the script. Because you have carried the script almost all your life.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program. I appreciate everyone that has connected so far. Wherever you are and you have not connected, please try to connect, share, and like. I understand we are having so many obstructions, we are having so many attacks, as always, but we will never give up. The attack is no longer something new to us.
they attack our platforms, they kick people out, they make sure that Biafrans do not get notification. But no matter how they try to do it, we will continue to speak. And we will try to reach to as many people as we can. Even if it is only one person watching, we will spread the gospel. I welcome everyone that has connected so far. Those who are watching on TikTok, those watching on YouTube, those watching on Facebook, I welcome every one of you. Wherever you are watching, kindly like and share so that others can join us and get this message across. As I have always said, in this platform, we support the restoration of the United States of Biafra. In this platform, we support the redeclaration that was made on the 29th of November 2024. And we are in support for the pursuit of the recognition of the United States of Biafra. That is why we are here. We are here to present the plight of Biafrans before the whole world, to expose the Zoological Republic on the attack it is given on the Biafran people. We are here to expose the evil that the contraption called Nigeria has melted on the Biafran people. It doesn't matter how they try to hide it, we will continue to expose them every blessed day, as long as we have life. So you're welcome. We are here once again to do what we know how to do best. So wherever you are watching us, kindly like the program and share on your own platform. Try and share the program on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to the people that are around you so that they can join us and get this message. Very, very important. Remember, every program we hold here every morning, it's always an interactive section. A section where we interact with the whole world, we interact with each other, we share our views, we give people opportunity to express themselves. And anyone can join us. As long as you are a human being, you are welcome in this platform. As long as you're human, you're welcome. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter where you stand. It doesn't matter your ideology, your orientation. It does not matter who you support or who you do not support. You are welcome in this platform. More especially those that have superior argument. You are highly welcome. If you have a superior argument, bring it on. We are here to listen to you, to learn from you, and you equally learn from us. So, my fellow Biafrans, we have come, as we always do, to preach the gospel of Biafra. And we will continue to speak. If you have any contribution to make, more especially those that are with me on the Biafra channel, use the link and come into the program. Express yourself without being gagged. The only thing we ask is that you should be civil while you are speaking to the Biafran people and speaking to the world. That civility is very important. You must be civil in presenting your case. As long as you present your case in a civil manner, you will have all the time in the world to express yourself. And today we have come once again to discuss on a topic which says, where justice is denied, where poverty is enforced, neither persons nor property will be safe. Wherever justice is denied, where poverty is enforced, neither persons nor property will be safe. Every one of us know the situation of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. It is not something new. We know that in Nigeria, what they have in Nigeria is a shrine of injustice. That is how Mazen Nande can describe it, a shrine of injustice. In other parts of the world, they say that the court is the last hope of ordinary man. But in Nigeria, the court is the end of the road or end of life of the ordinary man. That's why in Nigeria, somebody can offend you and easily tell you to go to court. People will commit a crime and tell you to go to court. People will commit fraud, knowingly that they know they commit fraud, and they will tell you to go to court. Only in Nigeria. Injustice is the order of the day. The injustice is from all ramifications in all angles. Now you know where we are coming from. You talk about poverty. Poverty is being enforced in Nigeria by its own government. They are the ones today that are impoverishing people. They are the ones today creating the poor of the poorest. They have won the award of having the poorest community in the world. Where justice is denied, where poverty is enforced, neither persons nor property will be safe. In Nigeria, justice is denied and poverty is being enforced. And at the same time, they are looking for security. They are talking about security, talking about insecurity. How can you have a secure society with injustice? How can you have a secure society when injustice is the order of the day? How can you have a secure society when poverty is being enforced by the government of the day? You see, looking at all these problems and issues that have bedeviled the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, it was that brought us to the conclusion that the only solution for the indigenous people in Nigeria is disintegration. There is no amount of preaching, no amount of effort you're going to put in to make the Zoological Republic secure. It is impossible. The loss of lives will continue. The destruction of properties will continue. Terrorism will increase. Because Nigeria will never, ever give justice to those who deserve justice. Because Nigerian foundation also is led on injustice. The moment they walk away from injustice, they cease to exist. That is why the Zoological Republic and those running the affairs there will never stop in their injustice. The foundation of the country was built on injustice, laid on injustice by the British. Injustice in rigging election, injustice in giving fake informations, injustice in handing over the country to foreigners. The amalgamation itself was an injustice, forcing people together without their consent, without any agreement. Now you see that the injustice in Nigeria is foundational. and there's nothing you can do about it. The enforcement of poverty is done by the government itself through its policy. The government is doing everything they can to impoverish these people, to make sure that the people are nowhere to be found. They change the mindset of people, make people embrace the slave mentality. In Nigeria today, those who call themselves one Nigerians that are in Nigeria have already embraced that slave mentality. That even when you want to save them, they don't want to be saved. Even when you are trying to save, they say they don't want to be saved, they should leave them there. And that is why the Biafrans on their own have done what they could do for themselves. And they redeclare the Biafra and walk out of Nigeria. Nigeria is a country. It's not a country. It's a company that continue to exploit people as slaves, even in the 21st century. The exploitation have continued by the slave masters. Today, indigenes are the ones running the business for them. Indigenes are the ones pushing the agenda, running the evil empire for them. And I bet you, wherever you are, as a Biafran, you must know that you have no other choice. The only choice that is left for us is Biafra. There is either Biafra or Biafra. There is no choice left for us anyway. Don't even try. Don't even try to pretend. The only choice we have is Biafra. Most time I say, I wish we had another choice. How I wish we have another choice. I would have liked to try it. But as it stands today, the only choice for us is Biafra. And that's why we will continue to speak. We will continue to talk, regardless the attack that is coming from all parts of the world, regardless the global conspiracy against us. We will not stop talking, because once we stop talking, the worst will happen. If they like, they can remove everybody that is listening to us. As long as my platform is still on, I can run. I will speak. Even nobody is watching, I speak. Most times they come with those attacks to discourage us from doing what we have to do. But we have passed this road before. We have gone through it. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, went through the same frustration. Mazi Simon Ekpa went through it. So if it is happening to us today, it is not a surprise. We must continue. And this message must be preached. Nigeria is an evil entity. Evil entity where people are denied their rights. A place where the citizens have become endangered persons in their own nation, where they are supposed to be protected. They have become endangered persons. People are no longer sure of their life. People cannot guarantee their life. Going outside and coming back is now a miracle in Nigeria. Going to sleep and waking up is now a miracle. That's how bad it is. But no matter what happens, we still believe that as long as Chukwu Okigabema lives, we're going to find our way. As long as Chukwu Okigabema lives, we will definitely find our way. We must continue to preach this gospel. We must continue to speak. Just like in the message of Master Simon Ekpa that I played. That message was preached long time ago, 2022. That message was preached 2022. When he was speaking about what Nigeria has done to the mentality of a Biafra. Nigeria has planted an evil mentality in us that will begin to feel that we are the problem and not the zoo. Most of us are feeling that we ourselves are. That is why a governor will go to the United States and tell them that his own people are the problem. The same agenda. Nigerian government have made it that we feel that we are the problem. You see your brother as a problem. We no longer care to look at the real problem. We see ourselves as a problem. They have even made it for some people to develop hatred to fight for their own freedom. Some people don't want to hear it. Some people will boldly on their camera and tell you that their people are the problem. This is not ordinary. It is a system that have put in place for a very long time. And they continue to say it and say it and say it until it became the way it is. Just like the example that Master Simon Ekpa gave when he was speaking. Every one of us that is here, if you're up to 40 and above, you would have known that at a point in time, there was a time they were preaching. They will tell you that the person from the Northerners are very sincere. You even see a Biafran telling that Northerners are sincere more than their people. That you can trust a Northerner more than a Biafran. Biafran people say it, that you can trust a Northerner more than a Biafran. And this is a system that I put in place that some of us begin to disbelieve ourselves. We no longer trust ourselves. Instead, we trust the enemy that wants to destroy us. When they tell you only a Northern can be trusted, it is a lie. Some of us that have lived in the North know how they behave and their crimes, their criminality and their lies. Even if you cannot live in the North, when they are telling you that they sincere people, look at them in Nigerian politics today. The highest criminals you have in Nigerian politics today that have stolen more than enough, that have stolen what cannot be calculated, cannot even carry, is the Northern politicians, the greatest criminal. And they will still stand upon it again and be bragging. Look at Muhammad Buhari. Upon all the money he stole with his group, yes, some people are still painting him as Mr. Integrity. They will still present him as a genuine person. And they have planted that seed. They push it up with that. Some of us are the ones helping them to promote that useless stuff today. That the Northerner can be trusted more than a Southerner. They tell you another one can be trusted. Another one is more perfect to do things. Even when they know it's a lie. This is speech that is made intentionally just to discredit people from the South. And eventually, that system captured your mind. Some of us today still have that in their mind. Instead of them to employ their own brother, they prefer to employ an outsider. Instead of them to trust that, they prefer to trust a Janjaweed. Because Janjaweed have succeeded in destroying your mind, making you believe that your brother is the problem. It is sad. But that's a bitter truth that you must hear. It's a bitter truth you must hear. We are not the problem. Every single atrocity you are seeing in Nigeria and the failure of Nigeria today is something that is planned and put in place. And there is no remedy to it. The only remedy to stop it today is to end Nigeria. That name Nigeria comes with the destruction you are seeing today, the insecurity you are seeing today. They are what makes it Nigeria. You cannot remove them. The only time you can end the atrocities in the zoo today is to end that name that is sponsoring and pushing forward all this evil agenda. If you don't do that, it's going to be even more difficult in the days to come. Wherever you are watching from, wherever you are anchoring from, I urge you to be steadfast. Do not lose your hope. Do not lose your faith. We must continue to preach this gospel, whether they like it or not. We must continue to remind them of these messages. Let's once again hear our super leader, Mazin Nandekan.
And of course, the most consistent broadcasting platform insofar as Africa is concerned, right across the world. Millions listen to us because they know we preach the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is why this very day, because you are in one Nigeria, in multiculturalism, the army will come to Olo to defend Fulani Janjaweed living in our forests. We went to Olo to defend our people. They came, they arrested the clerics. Men of God, they arrested all of them. How many times have you heard that imams were being arrested in the north? Or that villages were being invaded in the north and imams being arrested? Only in Biafra land. And this is your multiculturalism. This is a place where you want all of us to stay, somehow to pretend that all is well when we know that it is not. In that same Nigeria is where Fulani headsmen openly boast about conquest. Benue State is one. That is why I feel sorry for the idiots talking rubbish from Benue. They came and they made the same bold claim on Edo State. And I quote, "We will kill all policemen and take over Edo State." Vanguard publication of January 23, 2021, this year. Only 2 months ago. Nothing happened to them. Only the Fulanis can lay claim to land that doesn't belong to them, and nobody will say anything. When you try to respond, they come against you. And your average foolish Nigerian who cannot reason properly, they're not educated very well, I'm sorry to say, will side with the oppressor. It's only in Nigeria where the victim becomes the accused. You came into Olo. Hope Uzodinma tried to give you land in Olo to build a Fulani settlement, and we said no to it. That's all. To talk about Olo crisis. And now they're trying to blame IPOB, they're trying to blame Eastern Security Network. But all of you are aware of the fact that Nigeria Army and Nigeria Police are essentially Fulani Janjaweed terrorists in uniform. The newspapers, all the articles, everywhere, the national discourse is replete with instances of Fulani being supplied by the military, as you're going to listen to later on. But nothing happens. When you try to fight back, you become the victim. And we are saying we are fed up of being victims. We can no longer be victims anymore. If you kill us, we'll kill you. I'm saying it live on video, so you can share the video all over the world if you want. If you come to our land to kill us, we'll kill you. As simple as that. It may take us some time, but eventually we'll overwhelm you. Well, in the end, we always win. As I warned them in Benue, we are in Benue. In all our communities in Benue State, and we're not living there until we are certain that the lives and properties of our people there are firmly secured. Any day we learn to stop blaming the victims, this world will be a better place. I'm directing these very statements to the US Ambassador, to the UK High Commissioner, to the EU presence in the zoo, and the UN as well. I know all of you will do nothing. We are not Muslims, so you're not going to help us. That's obvious. We know that for sure. But we have something that you do not have. We have the grace, the might, and protection of God Almighty in heaven. And we know that God exists. And as long as He liveth, as my name is Nnamdi, my Redeemer liveth, as long as God lives in heaven, all of you can never triumph against us. Ojukwu said it before, and you said he failed. We know why he failed, because God said the time wasn't right. I want to show them, my children, what is called Biafra, that very kingdom. They have to fight their way into it. If that is the option you leave for us, then by all means, We'll oblige you. But Biafra must come, or we all die. It's as simple as that. There's no alternative. People must understand the rage that is boiling within us. You must understand how angry we are. We may look normal to you, but we are very, very angry, believe you me. And by the time we are done with Nigeria, the name won't exist. That I can assure you. You people are now beginning to see the type of madness that we are capable of unleashing. And more is coming. And I do not hide it because you hate us anyway. This conspiracy against Biafra, for no reason, we've done nothing wrong to anyone. But you despise us and you hate us. You want us to die because God gave us oil and gas. You want to take our land. It's not going to happen. And we're not apologizing nor begging anybody to please read this letter. They are raping our women. They raped our women. Did you do anything about it? They went to the UK High Commissioner. They were telling them, oh, we can't do anything about it. Rape victims. But you're doing something about defending Fulani. You are defending Fulani. But rape victims in front of you cannot defend them. And you're neutral. And you want Nigeria to continue. So you want me to stay in a Nigeria where my women will be raped every day. Nobody will do anything about it. And I'll be clapping for you. One Nigeria, I'll be clapping for you. Take a no, mad people everywhere. People are insane. You want me to stay in a country where the Fulani police and soldiers can come and take our women, rape them anyhow they like. Even before they release them, the charger. Do you know how much we have spent? We have spent nearly 9 million naira to secure the release of people who were abducted and raped, victims of state crime. Britain didn't say anything. UN never uttered a word. EU, nothing. US, nothing. And you want me to be in that country? I think some people are mad. Very, very insane indeed. If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case of, what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are. 30 pastors arrested for doing nothing. Have you heard about any imams being arrested in the north? No. Do you want me to stay in one Nigeria with you after this level of injustice? Is that what you think? No, it is not going to happen. Not now, not tomorrow. There are two things plaguing them in the zoo: lies and deceit. If not for the coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war. That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Ojukwu was a rebel, a secessionist, because we have no media. That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Gowon is alive, go and ask him. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you. In Abu Dhabi, you came back, Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you will have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. That was why they even instigated the Nzogu coup, so-called Nzogu coup, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael. But what I'm telling you are fast. Go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said, no, for us to control this, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup by Nzogu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed, restructuring. That's something now you're asking for, to tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with Gowon and decided that regionalism was the best way forward, restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1960-1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent, Wales, the same thing, everybody is free, but Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. I'll prove it to you now. Ojukwu negotiated devolution, regionalism. The North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Middle Belt on their, Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. On their way to the airport, before they boarded the aircraft, a call came from Lagos, from the British High Commissioner in Lagos to Gowon, telling Gowon not to agree, after having signed the agreement. That same Gowon you're looking at today, God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. Gowon said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to Gowon to ask him, why did he say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to Gowon or gone to Nigeria to say, but Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. If not now, that after many years of hammering on this very topic, it has now sunk into the skull of the people that Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is. Always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it, and we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with a wrath that you cannot even begin to imagine.
You're welcome, my beloved brother Akonyo Wethere. Thank you for joining. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching us from, these revisional videos that I'm playing are very, very key and important to take back your mind where we are coming from and what we stand for. Some of us tend to forget where we are coming from and what we stand for, and why we are doing what we are doing and where we are going. That is why most times I choose to play these videos to get back your attention in case you are deviating from the real cause of Biafra. And I hope that you are following up and you are doing what you are supposed to do in the quest for our freedom. You are welcome, Akonyo Wethere. Take the mic and speak to us. My brother Akonyo Wethere, you are there. Unmute yourself if you are there.
Like 5 minutes, I will do.
Okay.
And Biafra must come. It must come. Two things are bothering the zoo right now. You know, when God wants to destroy a nation, it comes in many ways. One, Buhari is dead. They brought in a fake. It is now dawning on the people very slowly that there is no more Buhari. People are now beginning to realize it. What I find astonishing are people that they claim are stakeholders in the zoo, those who should know better, those who should be, should I say, lead this very campaign to uncover the truth. They're all running away, they're all hiding. Do you know why they're hiding? Because the people talking about a late dead Buhari are those that are.
Making Nigeria one is a task. We have changed it. And if you do not believe me, you will see it in this coming 2023. I tell you today, for the interest of Biafra across Nigeria, and as Biafra people face the insecurity challenges and terrorist attack across Nigeria, we are hereby notifying all Biafrans in Nigeria that we are about to change the script for their own good. We are about to change the script of election for your own good. And after watching what is going on in Abuja, and they are calling for the impeachment of the president, you think impeaching the president will solve the problem? These are people who are still living on the script. Give it to them. Script of fallacy, script of falsehood, script of fake promise, script of fraud. Given to you as Nigeria, and you are following the script. We are coming to change it.
When Master Simon Ekpa preached this message in 2022, many of us did not understand. This message was preached after the terrorist attack in Abuja. When the terrorists in broad daylight came to Abuja to take it over. In 2022, some of you have forgotten. In broad daylight, the terrorists attacked Abuja. Well, heavily armed. During the time of late Muhammad Buhari. And you saw them in the house. They were talking about impeaching the president. Why must the president be allowed that to happen? Impeach. And Master Samuel said then, that's a script. They are not going to do anything. And he even went ahead and said they are going to do more and worse. And just as Master Samuel said then, what are you seeing today? This is 2025. Instead of changing the narrative, they increase their force. Today, they are in the streets today. They are coming home. They are fully in the south today. And that was when Master Simon Ekpa activated the changing of the script to defend the Biafra land. This defense that have found that some idiots destroyed today. This defense that when we remember, we begin to cry about it, how they have tumbled it. That was when Master Simon Ekpa made up his mind to make that defense. After the attack in Abuja. It's a pity.
The notification has come today that the script that the British gave you, and you are working on that script, we are changing it. Peter Obi went to United Kingdom. They gave him a script. He came to Nigeria. He jumped from PDP to another party, playing the script of British. Tell Peter Obi, not even Britain will stop the movement that is coming. We are aware that Britain have what we call agreement, defense agreement with Nigeria of over how many billion pounds in defense. When the time comes, we will crush it. I am telling you. We are now in 21st century, and the world, there are crises everywhere. People are fighting, putting their life on line to defend their own freedom. Ukraine is doing the same thing. I will be a coward to know what I have known today and stay quiet and keep calm and allow Biafra to be annihilated by those that believe that they know it all, or that they are more superior as a human than the other, to be the worst cowardly thing I would have done. And then also, God will never forgive me. Because for me to be what I am today and have the opportunity to change things, and I didn't do it, God will never forget me or forgive me even at death. So I want you to inform Biafrans all over the world that the script of Nigeria is changing starting from today. After the attack, we wanted to change this script just maybe towards the end of this year. Tell everybody in Nigeria, those residing in northern Nigeria, that the script is changing. So, I tell you today, Biafra people, for the interest of Biafra across Nigeria, and as Biafra people face the insecurity challenges and terrorist attack across Nigeria, we are hereby notifying all Biafrans for the very second time that we are about to change the script for their own good. As the terrorists are attacking capital of Nigeria without resistance, the Biafra people are putting up measures for Biafra breakaway or exit, as you may call it. Why this is going on, why the attack and the upsurge of the terrorists are going on, we are working seriously on the ground to put measures in place and get ready for Biafra breakaway in 2023. I want you to understand that attention, when we talk about this self-esteem and the moral way of life, attention plays also an important role in focusing on negative aspects of reality. And ourselves, let first though define attention. Attention is that which takes possession of our mind. It is the focal point of consciousness. How has this attention affected you today? If you have a low esteem, a low self-esteem, this focal point is most likely negative. It is affecting all of you, those Biafrans that are yet to understand that they need to fund the Eastern Security Network. You are having a low self-esteem syndrome because you never believed that Biafra will be a nation. I am telling you today, researchers estimate that each attend more or less 20,000 thoughts, what people think every day. And our ancestral tendency is to pay more attention to the negative ones, which is pure survival instinct. Biafra agitation is no longer tout, is no longer motopark. Professionals have joined the league. We are making impact and alliances all over the world. It is no longer because Biafra is here, it's no longer the time you say uneducated people are there. Those people are no longer in the forefront of the agitation. Most people with low self-esteem, though, are more prone to paying attention to the negative aspect of themselves. Their lives and external input, such as people and their situation. This is what Nigeria has offered you. Nigeria has made every Biafran to see himself or herself as a low self-esteem. And all you do is to see the negative impact of Igbo man. All you do is to see the negative part of Igbo man. You do not see the positive part. Upon the fact that Nigeria tells you, Igbo contribute the best. Igbo can change Nigeria. Igbo can do everything, turn it upside down and turn it to gold. Yet, you don't see that part of Igbo man. You don't see that part of a Biafran. You see the negative part of Biafra, Igbo man is this, Igbo man is that. But Nigeria is telling you, even as bad as Nigeria.
This is a very important message and important point that I must highlight. Majority of us are focusing on the negative part of the Biafran people, including the Biafran people themselves. You and I that is watching this program. So many of us are focusing on the negative part, even though we have a great positive part of us as Biafrans. More especially the Igbo Biafrans. Our positive aspect is much higher and greater than the negative aspect. But so many of us, the Igbo Biafrans themselves, are focusing on their negative aspect. They preach about their negative aspect. They speak about it. In fact, they carry their negative aspect on the head to show the whole world. But that positive aspect of them, that even their enemy talks about, their enemy knows about, their enemy even talk about, they don't even mention it. Low self-esteem is the cause. That is what our Prime Minister is saying here. And it is Nigeria that have planted that low esteem, self-esteem to us since after the Civil War and through the Civil War. That we tend to pay attention to the negative aspect of ourselves than the positive aspect. A dangerous thing we are doing that is dragging us back, that is making people to ride on us, that is making people to have the courage to challenge and speak evil of us. We are in the front line of pushing that negative aspect of us instead of projecting the positive aspect, which is the greater. That even the enemy is afraid of that positive aspect, is jealous of that positive aspect. But we don't talk about it. We are much more focused on the negative aspect. Some of us, because we want to be accepted, we want to look accepted in the midst of our enemies. We want to please our enemies, to be, let them say that, oh, this one is not like his brothers. Thereby creating low self-esteem, making you to focus much more on the negative instead of the positive that is even greater. This message is very, very strong and unique. And at this time that we are in, it is a reminder, a very important message, a reminder. I want you to pay attention to what our Prime Minister is saying here. Pay attention. You will learn a lot.
Not see the positive part upon the fact that Nigeria tells you Igbo contribute the best. Igbo can change Nigeria. Igbo can do everything, turn it upside down and turn it to gold. Yet you don't see that part of Igbo man. You don't see that part of a Biafran. You see the negative part of Biafra. Igbo man is this, Igbo man is that. But Nigeria is telling you, even as bad as Nigeria tells you that Igbo man is this. Yoruba man tells you Igbo man can change Nigeria. Hausa man tells you Igbo can convert anything. Every other tribe in Nigeria tells you about Igbo man. Only you, the Igbo man, that is see yourself as enemy of yourself. Yet, you don't understand the impact you would make in a nation that you are going to govern yourself with every blessing of God upon your life. Today, we have come to change the script. I want you can name this speech of the Nation Today address as changing the script. This is called negative confirmation bias. And it is quite like seeing the world and us in a true dark lenses, failing to pay attention to the positive. You fail to pay attention to the positive of Biafra people. When you talk about freedom, you say, oh, they are fighting on social media. How can they govern themselves? That is the negative part. You pick it, but yet you call Obi. Obi want to be a president. Obi want to do this and do that. Is Obi not also part of that negative part that makes you not to support Biafra? Don't worry. By the time Biafra come, you will take your bag and baggage and go to northern Nigeria and enjoy your north. Believe me, we will give you the opportunity. This has tremendous impact on how we feel about ourselves. The meaningfulness we get out of our lives, and of course, our behaviors. Nigeria has impacted your life, and today you are branded with so many negative names to the point that you are scared of your own freedom. Nigeria has done that. They impact you with all manner of thoughts. You become scared of yourselves to the point that you as a Biafran is scared of having your own freedom. And they do that and they stay by the side and they laugh at you. They say, look at them. They thought they are educated. We have impacted this particular low self-esteem on them, and look at how they brand each other. Why the terrorists are coming, carrying gun. You have never seen the Fulani man or the federal government branding the Fulanis that are killing your military, killing your personnel, wiping villages, branding them with bad names. They call them criminals. Ordinary criminals, they call them. They call them criminals. Some of you in the struggle have called me criminal. That is the same value that the Fulani attached to the terrorists that you see bombarding Abuja yesterday. Yet you call yourself a brainy person. Why this state of the nation has become necessary is because we are changing the script. And we are going to change this script by force. We are going to change it in this armed struggle. If you do not know that we have entered armed struggle, we are declaring the armed struggle today. In case you don't have knowledge about that, we are into armed struggle for our freedom. I want you to understand that Nigeria impacted you, impacted your life, and today you branded with so many negative names to the point that you are scared of your own freedom because of the negative impact of Fulani government policies in your life. Only Biafra can solve this problem. That as Biafra using Nigeria passport, you are treated as a criminal or as a terrorist. Why you are not one of them? Yet, your low self-esteem could not allow you to support Biafra. You are scared of what Biafra would be. You are scared of the lies and the propaganda that they manipulated you into. I want every one of you watching me today on this State of the Nation broadcast to think that the impact of tunnel vision focus on the negative and how this can make matters worse than they are. They create more stress. They create more stress, increase insecurity, and we end up engaging in behaviors that are ultimately disconnected from our values. Today, some of you have completely disconnected, even with your so low self-esteem and your insecurity on supporting Biafra. You have been disconnected from the value that made you who you are as a Biafran. Yes, a vicious circle. Nigeria has given all this as a failed state. What I'm telling you today is fact. We do not mince word. Nigeria has given all these things I have said as a failed state. This is the impact of Nigeria in your life. A failed state. Today, when the Fulani terrorists were attacking Abuja, all of you were running scared. Some of you that build one bacha in Abuja, in the area where they attacked, you ran for your life. And the government were not there to help you. Because I want you to understand it. No, the presence of Biafrans in that area are much. Just the way when they attacked church in Yoruba land, all of you were shouting, they have attacked Yoruba, they have attacked Yoruba church. Do you know the number of Biafrans that were casualties or victims in that church attack is higher than the number of Yorubas? Have you forgotten that almost all the people that were interviewed as a victim of that church attack were all Biafrans? Igbo-speaking Biafrans. Are you not aware? That is why we are now addressing every Biafran across Nigeria. A failed state without strong governance that plunge into disorder. Nigeria is an example of that. Violence and sponsoring terrorism against its own people and citizens. Nigeria, being a failed state, must end by 2023 because we have seen that failing state can quickly become a threat to international security, be it by exporting drugs or by becoming a safe haven for terrorists. Nigeria, as today, has become a safe haven for terrorists. It's a place where the capital of the country will be attacked, under heavy attack, and no resistance. It means that Nigeria has become a safe haven for terrorists. And that is a threat to America. It's a threat to the Western world. When one of the generals from the United States was making speech a few years ago that the terrorists are trying to create safe haven in Nigeria, and after that, they are going to attack America. Little did he know, with all their intelligence everywhere, that Nigeria has actually become a safe haven for terrorists.
Fellow Biafrans that are listening, you are hearing this was a message that was preached by our Prime Minister in 2022, stating out the condition, and that was when Abuja was attacked by the terrorists, and Simon declared the game changer at that moment, and we entered into armed struggle officially from that moment. And he talked about our low self-esteem, which is caused by the Nigerian government intentionally, that is making us to hate our own freedom and focus on the negative more than the positive, which is something that is not supposed to be. I am playing it again to remind you. There are a lot of positive things about the Biafran people, more especially the Igbo Biafrans, that you can look upon. Why are you destroying yourself, focusing on the negative? Nigeria, injustice will never stop. Nigeria itself is enforcing poverty on the people. And neither persons nor property will be safe in such conditions. Have this in your mind and support Biafra the best way you can. My brother Akonjo, are you back? Is Akonjo back? I think he's not yet ready. Okay, we go on with the message from our Prime Minister.
Up to the point that the president of the country has been threatened that he's going to be kidnapped. Up to the point that impeachment.
Okay, go on.
Okay, good morning from my end.
Good morning, my brother.
And just on the conversation. Yesterday I put on home, but I followed the program. Topic really fit this morning, and all these things all of our people much here, more especially in the one Nigerian, but the ones in their own that usually pay me. Bonding na ha the Catalan lad actually more. That's the one that pains me. There was a program calendar a few hours ago. He said something there. He said the Donald Trump that they are calling and Israel they are calling. That let's say that you are Donald Trump, another person on this platform is the Israel Prime Minister. May listening to Van Van Van, will he call you? Will he say that you are quotient enough? That we are quotient enough? We are selective enough to be let go to go and manage our state, our territory, or to be called an indigenous people and a country of their own. So when you listen to all these things, during the time that our PM was saying this, was the time that the US were very much active in fighting him. When you listen to that, the US people there, you didn't say that they are cognitive enough, that they are sound enough, that they've done all they needed to do for them to be called a country. But when we come here, some charlatans will come on the comment section and be saying that we don't know what we are doing. So we'll be bashing on you, that you will see. These are the things that our so-called leaders, I use the word so-called because our leaders, let me say my leaders, those that I called my leader on the struggle, them too, they are calling them their leader. This is what their leader saw ahead of time, told them ahead of time. But today, they choose a different route. Some have seen the struggle as an avenue, as an opportunity to enrich themselves. By so doing, they would want it to be stretched so that it's either in starting the money, they will start it. It's either the project they have at hand, they will finish the project. It's either one or two things, they will arrive at the conclusion of that thing they are doing through the blood of others. Sometimes, let's say a few months ago, Van 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 was all over the place, championing for Ogen. He called everybody names. They called me Mugu. They flipped my voice and said that they should come and see the Mumu, the urchins that are following him. Today, he's now doing damage control. He's now preparing his way. He's now saying that time will come. People will say Van 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 said this, Van 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 called this one's name. But his joy then will be that we are in Biafra. Is that the route we'll be passing through? We'll be going round the coast. We'll be going round. Why can't we come down? Think very well. Know that our mission is one thing: to get our land secured, to be recognized. But every other thing is below. That the target is one thing: let's get this country recognized. Let's get our people out of this dungeon called Nigeria. But because of one thing or the other, one mission, I don't know, some will call it that they are paid. Nobody's paying them. Because the people that are being paid are our politicians. You see that they are getting paid. At least those in this the cabinet of Tinubu now, they all got 150 million SUV worth of SUV that they are using. They are all getting their constituency allowance. All those Okalo them, the deputy House of Reps, name them, the governor Soludo, they are all living large, building cinema, putting on disco lights, going with security details. Those are the ones I know that they are getting paid. Others are jealousy, ignorance, foolishness, and envy that is driving them. Because if it is not jealousy, foolishness, hatred, and envy, why will a person of Van 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 7 months ago, you were dancing to a different music and a different tune? All of a sudden now, you paused that music, you started dancing on another one, and you are still calling people to come, that you are on the right track. Were you blindfolded 7 months ago? You are now unmasking, saying the things you have once stood with. Then you want the international community that you are speaking to. I heard that people that are traveling now, that your social handle is one of the things that will request at the embassy at the cost of your interview for them to know what you believe.
That's right.
Now, if they want to place the parameter that they will use to give us what we are demanding for, and then now say that all the people that once spoke of this thing, let us check on their social handle. Then when they saw an unstable somebody, and this unstable person is one among the leaders that this document of we have accepted you guys. We have how did they put it? We have recognized you guys. Take the document. Go and champion the cause of that country. There's the same instability, the same non-accountability that we say it is one of our problems in the so-called Nigeria country that we want to secede or live. They are even seeing times 2 in us. How would you want those people to look at them? But our people, some of them will use this same program that you play. They will play it on their social handle, they will flip it and give it their meaning. That is why I keep on saying, define this struggle for yourself. Give it a meaning that befits you, meaning that suits you, that goes down well with you. Now come outside. Come to the social network. Come to the outside where people are. As at today now, we have so many groups that are speaking to one thing. Is it Belia, whatever, is it Mashop? Are they the ones that their behavior, their act, their pattern of this struggle suits your definition? Go to them. Work with them. Bring your innovation, your ideas to them. How do you do it best? Don't attack your brother. Let superior arguments always win, not a speculative argument, propaganda. Take it to you, make it. Say these things and later on we will sort it out. That has been the thing that has been feeding this problem. People hate to listen to the truth. People hardly come to your program because your belief, you have made it known. You stick to facts. Some people subscribe to you to be feeding you with propaganda. Because they've sent program to you, you did not use it to do program, they decide to either unsubscribe you or stop coming. I have sent several programs to you. You did not make use of it. Has it stopped me from coming? Maybe when you do your findings, you discover that this thing that I sent to you maybe is not in line with your belief, or is not what you have to speak to now. You put it where you keep it. Some will come with such agenda. If you did not write to their district, they will vacate from your struggle. They will say you are fake. They will go to another platform that they are being welcome. They will say that this one is this and this. That will not get us anywhere. It will not get us anywhere. It won't get us anywhere. It won't solve any problem. We won't even make any mark in this thing that we are doing. But if all of us will come down, sit tight, calculate the cost, what it will take, what is the best way to do it, try to chip in that idea to your group, and wait for them to apply it. If they do not apply it, don't come outside and start castigating them. So many people that hate to go to their business today, the woman did not do anything with them, like the like of Adadorama. How did Adadorama broke away from the government? Is it not when they passed the bill of self-defense? He said no, that means they will use it to buy our people. They tried to calm her down. He said that they muted her. She was ranting that day on our program. People were telling her, they said no, that she's in the Zoom. She know when they mute her. But we that are listening through her channel is because we are on YouTube. Is it not how the fracas started? Before she fell break and everybody will do from her. Those that wanted to do from her will do from her. Why must it be when you say something and it is not, maybe it is not being implemented as when you said it, or immediately after you said it, you will now call that person. You will now saying all sort of things, saying what is in existence and what is not in existence. You say it because the person did not implement your idea. Why can't we nail you? Why can't we fall in line? Why can't we have a leader? Must we fight our leader all the time? Why can't we use our brain in this problem? Why can't we put pride by the side? Put our ego, put who we are by the side. Some will come and say, get certificate. If they live if there is school. For the appetite, as you know, whatever you do, you travel go out of Nigeria, you go Ghana, or Bruno with his own criteria to get your humble opinion or your idea. Or simply can go US, Makumba travel like Cambodia, Nambia relaxing to Asia. Yahidi today, I let you. What is wrong? For that, Makumba will follow this struggle. Mayana got a during was the weekend. Something about that. Is that what we want to get? Okay, and what is it there for one second? If the Lagos and men come one, the boss from the one. If I dig this into Canada, will you live forever? If you know that all these things will impede the struggle to come on time, why can't you put it by the side? Let this thing be as our life. Then you come, you go to your village and tell your village will know that this one is fought for this. When you put Allah tell you, love you, master prophet, or so I knew man lady. I laid in the money. Isi agbakoro tele jos ọ na-akọ ije ọka nọ ntakanu ọkọrọ wowo gaba side ya ije nne nna ya anya ọkọrọ ga side a ije oge nke dị now ọsịga na ya edere n'ime akwụkwọ na US akwụla nka ala celebrate ya ihe makwa n'ihe niile na-ekwu n'otu abụ n'ezi ya picture niile gbanyere anyị 7 months ago kedu ihe o megoro na akwụkwọ ndị Vanguard ụgwọ atinye aka unu na-eme when I follow the handle ọ bụrụ ihe ọzọ ka ebupụtara m onye ka anyị lara mgbe ole ka anyị ga-eme ndị ahụ ego my brother anyị nwere ya nwayọ anyị ofe rụrụ arụ ka o jijiri anyị ndị akala onye na-ata akala lata ego ya o ji ọkụkọ lala ka ewu lala ihe ọbụla ijiri ala ijikọ onwe gị bikọta ihe hapụ ya ojebe ọgụ nwa gịnị ya ka ọ nọrọ ebe ahụ iji ya you have to hold it today nọrọ gịnị ya nọrọ ebe anwa so anyị jidekọrọ onwe anyị la-agba okirikiri la-agba ukwu ose okirikiri enweghị ịgbakọtara ukwu ose okirikiri ka erie ya elu ọkụ ya ka m fụrụ anyị eme na dis problem because ọ bụ na mgbe ndị zoo nwanne ijide Simon la ihe niile ala agbagharagara everywhere today gapụtara ọnụ ndị mmadụ ụfọdụ load their pride ụfọdụ load their ego si oke ebe ọ bụ na nwaanyị anyị ihe a mere ego na si arụsitere ụdịrị ọrụ ha oke nwaanyị esigo na ọgwụnwa ka ọ bụ n'isi ike ejide nwoke ma ọgwụnwa bụ COS nwa ngwa ka enye gị probation time ka ama ma in 6 months ị ga-eme ihe do na una draft pụọ ihe bụ onye aka ga-ezigbo onye ahụ emisi ya udo anya mana na dọwara ezi emume reli 24 hours mere ezi emume ede ka ekwuo ebe ahụ na gbahapụ bịala Finland nọrọ na one row si ihu akpụ ka a na-ekwucha na atụ ọgụ online ka a na-ekwu na bọpụta ihe niile na-ekwesịghị bọpụta nyiri egwu na kampen fọ ndị ga-enye na ego kedu ihe a na-akpọ QTV anakọta flọnt nke ya anyị amazi ebe ọnọdụ taa ma nke alọ ndagrand ya nwa onye pụta ọcha n'elu onye tanye were nkịta ha mmiri mụziri eje nkịta nwezi onye na-ekwujiri okwu na PM gwara ya nke a PM kpọrọ ya la kọl PM kpọrọ ya na nrọ nwezi onye na-ekwu ya na ihe a na-ekwuzi na bụ n'oge nkere bụ kriminal ego niile e nyere ya na onweghị ihe o ji eme ọhịa ile eguzi na onwezikwa onye PM la-akpọzila kọlụ enwezikwa flyer la wonderful message from PM. This one will shake the congregation of Warabufula. Onye ọbụla na-abụzi onye ọnọdụ na-abụ na onye eni bụ onye ori onye eni bụ onye ama onye eni bụ omume onye eni enweghị ihe o mere onye eni bụ pọzi mmụọ ọzọ sọsọ ya bụ ihe na-egwu ndị mmadụ akala ekepe ha iji ojii dị ọcha mgbede onye ọcha mana mfe mgbe mfogere ụtụtụ ịbụ onye ojii isi m mmadụ na-esi ihe mere Adam na-ajụ ya na ọ dị m mma bụ ihe mere ọ na m na-ajụ ya ka m mara ka o siri mee onye mere the miracle unu mechie ọnụ na m were gị ka nsị fụgụ nwa gị nwekwa gị ka nsị fụgụ nwekwa gị ka nsị fụgụ ụdị nchata ahụ makwara nchetekwa ha anya ya otukwukwa ha ka m layọ onye na-ege fonu ya nọrọkwa ekwukwala m ka nsị anyị bụ ndị nọkwa ha ebe ala abịa ebe ezi ike na ekweghị ihe ga-amụta were laa ga-agbanwe na ndụ gị because this struggle anyị nọ n'ime ya bụ ndụ n'onwe ya ọ bụkwa onye ala aga left onye ọzọ ala aga right onye ọzọ ala aga achị azụ onye ọzọ ala aga clockwise direction ile eme sela de moto ga-eru ebe ole onwekwa ebe ole jee ọkwa onye ọbụla nọkọtakwala moto ahụ hapụ one driver ka ọ nya ya ọ bụ ya ga-eme driver gba ọsọ ruo ebe anyị na-eje wee kwụba anyị.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful speech. You have just said it. That is what we are doing every day, to do what we have to do, say what we have to say, and let the world hear us and hear us clear. No matter how they try to distract us, everybody must be focused. Do what you know is right to do, and do not allow yourself to be confused. Do not allow yourself to be confused. There are a lot of things that are happening. Some are going to discourage you, but in the midst of all, you know the truth. Don't say you don't know the truth. Every one of us know what the truth is. Continue to follow and pursue the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It is important that we follow the truth, be truthful in everything that we do to make sure we get to the right path. This is an update we got there. I said Trump government threatened to sanction corrupt judges in Nigeria. That is it. Corrupt judges. It is even coming late. It's coming late. According to US, Mr. Morris further abused his position to authorize injustice pre-trial sanction. See? And here it says USB Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu wins big in America, Finland, and Nigeria. America to sanction Nigeria and Finland judges. There is reason why America is called the land of free. United States of America to sanction judges such as Brazilian Mara Morales, who abused their position to authority, unjust pre-trial detention, and undermine freedom of expression. Nigeria and others such as Finland currently injustice detained Biafra. Master Simon Ekpa, leader Nnamdi Kanu, is targeted, politically motivated witch hunt and transnational repression. So that's the update that is coming. But whatever happens, we should not relax. Our freedom is dependent on us. Just as we have said several times on this platform that the world already has a lot of problem in their hand. The world itself, they have a whole lot of problem in their hand. So what we do today will determine whether we are going to be free or not. And as we are talking about recognition, ask yourself, how are you representing this Biafra you want them to recognize? Do you sit back and ask yourself, how do you represent this Biafra that some of you are coming out to say, oh, let's go work for recognition. How on your own side? In that platform you are writing recognition. If they go through it properly, will it represent something that's worth recognizing? It's a question that we must ask, because these are things that we must not overlook. We must pay attention to them. That is why I revisit these messages of Master Simon Ekpa, for you to come back to your consciousness wherever you are falling short, and know that the people who laid this foundation laid it on a very solid rock, and they know what they were doing. So you that come today, you claim you be confused. We will always call you back. Just maybe you will understand. Just maybe you will understand. Let's hear more of that, the brokers of Mazi Simon before we round up the program.
Or motion were raised at the National Assembly, only for the Senate President, who is also a Fulani and part of the sponsor of this jihadis and this Fulanization, turned it down up to the point that the opposition senators walked away from the National Assembly. The country is in chaos, failed state, and we have come to change the script. Those of them who thought they have something impact to make in the National Assembly, when they tell you Peter Obi should go and become president, I want to ask you today, how would Peter Obi impact and change Nigeria when the Senate president will become a Fulani and the people that are going to be at the National Assembly are bigger in number from the north, from the Fulani, than the people of the central side? How will you change the system? For those of you who do not understand, I want you to know that the 12 states of northern Nigeria that are under Sharia law, they are all Muslim representatives. No Christian will be voted to come to Abuja to represent those states that practice Sharia law. Are you aware of that? If you have any of that from the 12 northern states that practice Sharia law, if you have any Christian as a senator, come and show it to me. Now, we must end this in 2023. The terrorists collaborate with the other Nigeria security agencies to carry out their terrorist attack, like what you saw in Abuja last night. They kidnapped just 2 kilometers away from the military checkpoint across Nigeria. And this is no longer issue that anybody will doubt. So what has your low self-esteem Nigeria impacted on you or in you? How have that affected the situation? They are now threatening to kidnap the fake president of Nigeria and has waged war against the capital of Nigeria called Abuja. With all this fact I have said so far, it is clear that Nigeria has become a safe haven for terrorists and has posed a serious threat to international security. I want to also remind you, the proliferation of terrorists or the upsurge of terrorists is not far from the call the fake president made while he was in Egypt. He made a call calling all the terrorists in Africa, all Fulani in Africa, to come to Nigeria without a visa, in validation to the fact that Fulani claim that Nigeria belongs to them. They claim the ownership of Nigeria. This man went to Egypt and opened the door for all the terrorists from all other Northern Africa to enter Nigeria, and today they have arrived. They have arrived. But you continue to talk about Peter Obi and election. They have arrived. But you continue to live on the script given to you. The script is changing. Are you aware of that? But with a new breed of terrorists sponsored by the government who are willing to inflict mass casualties on our society, the proliferation and the upsurge has acquired a new sense of urgency to the Biafran people. And we have here to call for that urgency. The urgency is that the funding of the Eastern Security Network must be on daily basis. Everybody must now change this particular script and channel your tithe and everything to funding of the Eastern Security Network. Our own security. I want you, those of you who are shouting, if this kind of arms enters your village in any part of Biafra land today, who do you think will stand them?
They need oil and gas to survive. That is why they're all quiet. If not that Dino Malaya came out a few days ago, of course Obasanjo said it, even Aisha Buhari said it, but the husband is dead. Bishop Koka is afraid. He's from Sokoto, he's a minority. So he thinks that when Nigeria breaks up, Fulani will swallow them alive. But I want to tell them that we are all students of history. There is a group of, or there were a group of people called the Huguenots from France during the height of Reformation. They were being persecuted by the French authorities who were Catholic. People don't know that Roman Catholic fought with Anglican Church in those days. People don't know this, but that's life. Do you know what happened? Britain, being a Protestant nation, offered amnesty or struck a deal with France to say, give me all your Protestants. We'll absorb them. They're called the Huguenots. And they came to Britain. That is where the lives of Sir Peter de la Billière is a French name, but his family settled in England. He rose to become a general and led the war in the Desert Storm. It was him that commanded the British forces in the Desert Storm. Because his ancestors were French, the Huguenots. So what I'm saying to Bishop Coker and all northern Christian minorities today is this: on my honor and on my life, I swear before God Almighty in heaven that with the coming of Biafra, every Christian northerner will be allowed to settle in Biafra land. So you see, Bishop Coker, you have nothing to be afraid of. You have a place where you can practice your faith without looking over your shoulder all the time, thinking who's coming to kill me. You will come to Biafra land and you will live there a very peaceful, fulfilled life in Biafra land. The same thing that the English did for the French Protestants, they're called the Huguenots. The same thing we are going to do for you. If you feel that you're threatened in the Sharia core north, and because of that, you think that having the East and the West in one Nigeria will save you as some kind of insurance against elimination by the crazy, mad Fulani Janjaweed, you will come to Biafra land. We will give you asylum. You will stay there. Your generations will live and thrive. We are accommodating people. We welcome visitors. Then you will see what Biafra is like in real life, not the miserable existence you have in Sokoto. You want to stay in a country where people are threatening your life because you spoke. You said your mind and they're threatening you. What I'm offering you is what happened in England, though. The same England telling you to talk about one Nigeria. There was a time that the lives of French Protestants were under threat in France. England said, give them to us, we'll take them. They were all sent to England. They are called the Huguenots. We offer you the same asylum today to Bishop Coker and to all endangered northern Christians. You can all come to Biafra. We will accommodate you gladly. Gladly. I'm saying this live on air, so if I renege on this, you know, they said the internet never lies. They can go back and dig up this very video and say, you said this on the 8th of March, 2021. So you can come to us. This is the reason why everywhere the Janjaweed are dealing with us. They always come to your village and appoint one person as somebody. You know, one thing about you people is this. You always think that tomorrow is going to be better. But in Nigeria, tomorrow never ever gets better. Instead, it gets worse. And we are offering you a way out.
You have heard from our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and that is going to lead us to the end of the program today. And we are going to continue again later in the evening, hopefully, to bring out more informations. And we will continue to speak regardless the obstacles and hindrances we are having. We will continue to say it the way it is. My brother Max, you're welcome. Good to have you, my brother Max.
Yes,
Media.
I came late. And thank you for the opportunity that you have given to me. Just like you said, I came to support you. I came to support the people of Biafra. I came to support the United States of Biafra. I came to support, as usual, Mazen Namdekano, Simon Ekpa, Dr. Ngasan Rabeze, that is bearing the torch, to the final, recognition of Biafra as a sovereign state by the world. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. It is not done until it is done. Biafra is the only remedy for oppressions that we are going through. Without Biafra, there will be no freedom for the rest of the Black folks. I thank you. And I say, for those of you that came in here before me to contribute, may God continue to bless each and every one of you. It is not done until it is done. Biafra is that big elephant that we want. And there, just like Mazen Namdekano said, you will come to Biafra land and you will live free in Biafra land. We will enjoy your stay. We will help you to resettle in Biafra land because we lack nothing. God has blessed that country so enormously that it is enough to take care of the whole Black folks. The only thing that we ask for from the world, the terrorist Nigerian government, is the freedom for our people to express themselves, not the peace of the graveyard. Thank you so much for giving me this little opportunity. And may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful contribution. I saw another person there. Jesus loves us. Jesus loves us. Your device is not connected. I've seen your request. You've been sending requests all this while, but your device is not connected. The problem is from your side. I cannot bring you in because your device is not connected. That's why I couldn't be able to bring you in. I've seen your request all this while. I've seen it, but your device is not connected. So that's why I could not be able to bring you in. There's no way I can bring you in without your device being properly connected. So it's not my fault. Jesus loves us. Hopefully on our next program, you try and check on your device. Check on your device and connect properly. It's writing on my side that your device is not connected. That is why I can't be able to bring you in. So I appreciate everyone that have participated on this program. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every one of us as Biafrans. Wherever you are watching us, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you. More especially Biafrans in Biafra land who are with us, following up on this program. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our leaders, secure them and grant them security. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Guide him, secure him, grant him healing and strength to continue to hold on until he joins us very soon. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We pray for strength. We pray for security. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will speak on his behalf and that he shall overcome and join us very soon. And we also pray for the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Arabweze, for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to continue to run the affairs until our leaders join us and we will proceed from there into our land and do what we have to do. Thank you so much for being with me on this program. See you again later in the day at the grace of Chukwu Okike. Stay blessed.
Yeah, my dear, on the beat.
kneel for grave when my uche day, Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Peking don't fall, now watch up, I'm raw. Me self, they shake my hand, no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know.
Chini do voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try yo.
Back up joints with a trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
This is my wicked word. This is my Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I'm really telling you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Wherever they go. Wherever they go, opposite Udi, by the right hand side, along the school road, I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. Driver waiting they happen.